What's up, YouTubers? It's Ali and Rico, and today we have a really special video for you. This story, this thing that happened to us, hits really close to home, literally, and we're going to take you back in time and show you how we almost lost $150,000.
Yep, so let's get into the video. Moved to Santa Cruz right after we got married, basically. We lived with Steve for a year, and then we moved to Santa Cruz to a trailer park. And that trailer park I'll show you in another video, so like and subscribe to see where we started off our home owner journey. And then during our trailer park stay, we went house shopping and we found the cheapest square footage house possibly available in this whole Bay Area. Per square foot that we can in the Bay Area.
We bought for $575,000. We bought a 2-story townhouse. It was 1,100 square feet. I think it was built in the 70s, right?
Yes.
Pretty old.
1970.
And we remodeled it right away.
So we still lived at the trailer park while we've remodeled it, and so we can afford our first home. Hindsight was a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
And our exit strategy came after 1 year, and that was basically how we bought a house, because we had cheap rent. And with that cheap rent, we've then purchased Lindsay Lane. And we're going to go right there to see our old house.
Yep, but something interesting happened right after we moved. So we flipped this house. We lived there for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And after we did construction, we lived there. We decided to move to Vegas, so we put it up for sale and it sold. And
so tell them how we decided to sell this house. Why did we sell our California house? Yes. Why did we sell this California house?
We had been thinking of moving because I had a remote job and Rico worked remote. And so we were considering moving to Florida, Texas. We looked at properties everywhere. And there's a really funny story about how we found the house in Vegas. And we snatched it up, put our house up for sale, and it sold within, I think, 3 weeks.
You think like 21 days, actually.
That's 3 weeks.
And so a little bit more context. The person that we bought our house from in Las Vegas, we met him at dinner, actually. And I already owned rental properties in Nevada, in Las Vegas, actually. And so all of a sudden, over dinner at Momofuku, I meet these two amazing people that their food didn't arrive. And all of a sudden, we're talking about real estate.
We offered them some of our food. We noticed that they ordered first, but we got our food first. And we were like, we want to try some of our food? And so they said, yeah. And we got drinks with them, and we started chatting. And they were like, we're selling our house here.
It is this right here. It's at Momofuku, and it's that pulled pork.
Bosom.
And it is the most amazing thing you can get. If you're there, you should try it.
We got a house because of this dish.
Yeah.
So they said, They said, what are you guys doing in Vegas? We said, we're looking at property. And they said, well, we have a house for sale. Look at it. And they showed us their phone and they let us swipe through videos of their Zillow listing. And we were like, wow.
We fell in love with the backyard.
We fell in love with the backyard. And we were like, wow, great house. And they joked around with us and said, if you put an offer in on it, we'll throw in all of the TVs and all of the really nice love seat patio furniture outside.
And I'll give you a huge discount.
And we'll give you $25,000 off.
$28,000 off.
Yeah.
And
we were laughing, and they were laughing. And then the next morning on our way home from Vegas, we called our realtor and we said, put our house up for sale. We're going to put an offer on a house contingent on the sale of ours. And
we did it.
We did it in 3 weeks. But a crazy thing happened after we sold this house and moved to Vegas. 2 months later, we learned of Project Home Key. So Project Home Key is a $10.7 million project in Santa Cruz, part of I think $1.4 billion California homeless housing project for unhoused people. That's what they're calling it, unhoused people. And we learned that 2 months after we moved, they announced that Project Home Key, a 3-story building for 37 residents, unhoused residents in Santa Cruz, would be built right up against the backyard of the house we just sold. And I'm going to show you a picture of the backyard of the house that we sold. Gorgeous. Up against a greenbelt.
We had turkeys. We had everything.
Oh, butterflies, deer, raccoons, possums, bees, flowers. It was so beautiful. It was one of the selling points of the house.
It was that's why we bought it. We bought it because of the square footage and the backyard area. So we had a big glass back door. You'll see it right here. It was just gorgeous. You couldn't have had a nicer backyard than that.
And full disclaimer, we did not know about Project Homekey when we moved. And we knew that it was, I think our realtor that sold us the house originally told us that, hey, it's possible they will build something back here someday. And it's a risk that we took when we bought the house.
So they said it was owned by the water district or something like that. And they said some parts they can't build and some parts they can. And 2 months after we moved, our agent calls us and says, hey, these people are saying that there's going to be a Project Homekey going up in the backyard. And did you guys know about it? And I was like, no, because I would have disclosed it because I don't want to screw somebody over like that.
No. And we did get a quote from a realtor. They think that it devalued all of these houses back here in this complex behind where Project Homekey is going to be. She said she estimated it would devalue each property by about $150,000.
So this is how I saved $150,000 with timing the market kind of good. So we're now at this construction zone.
We're going to show you Project Homekey where it is right now. You want to turn the camera around?
Yes. So this is how it's looking right now. So there's only excavators. It's my dentist when I lived here. So this was my dentist. This was just pure green. There was a tree right here, and it had monarch butterflies on it all the time. And so this is the area that they're building it in. And you see the wall going up back there, and that was...
Wait, turn the camera down. Hang on. Let me position it so that we can... We're going to cut this out. Okay, talk about it now.
Yeah, so that was our house. When you look at right this one with the gate where the high fence is on the left side, that was our house. And we had a lower gate because you could see all the trees and everything else. And now they put up a higher gate because, why not? Because there's no views anymore. And you see the walls when you go back. This is the wrong side. So when you go back over there, you see the high wall. That's where it's going to be. And it is crazy how we dodged that bullet because that was our favorite thing about the house, the backyard.
Yeah, gorgeous backyard. And the ocean is right over there. On the other side of these trees is the ocean. It was a 7-minute walk for us. I know how you would have felt if you were living in these townhouses and they would put 37 units for unhoused or extremely low income people. You know, Santa Cruz is a very democratic, homeless friendly county. And right after they announced Project Homekey, we saw a couple of the residents of this apartment complex or this townhouse complex in the news saying, well, you know, it's not okay that they build back here because of the environment and the wildlife. And it kind of got me thinking, is it really that they care about, or do they just not want unhoused people in their backyard? You know, like, what's that called? NIMBY?
NIMBY, not in my backyard.
Not in my backyard, so.
And I feel like everybody's like really for, you know, you gotta house people, and I do get that, but when you buy something and then in the intent because you like the backyard so much and then they put something in it that's like, and normally the city takes years. It takes years to stuff like that to develop. But this was like in 2 months, and then 3 months later the excavators were here. So I've never ever seen a state or anything else go that quickly with this housing project. I've never seen, because normally there's lawsuits, they're waiting on it, but here I feel like everything was kept quiet till it was a done deal. And as soon as the deal was done, as soon as they announced it, it was already approved and they moved forward with it.
Yeah, it feels like they didn't ask anybody.
No, they didn't ask anybody for permission.
No. So Santa Cruz believes, I read in an article that Santa Cruz believes that the key to homelessness and the solution for homelessness is a home. And so that is what they are building here. And I'm happy for those 30, 35, 37 residents that are going to get to live here, because the third floor might have an ocean view. Yeah,
I mean, look at this. Look at how gorgeous these trees are. When you just look at these eucalyptus trees, these high, gorgeous eucalyptus trees, the wildlife, these people are going to be really, really blessed to live in a community of this great of a nature, because anybody else would also be really, really blessed to live right there. And when you can see, let me see if I can point the camera down a little bit. So when you see over there, they're digging out right underneath my old backyard with excavators. And when you buy something, that's the last thing you ever want to think about, is that they're going to do something like that in your backyard, because when something like that does happen, you devalue the house. And that isn't just me pulling something out of my ass, that is making it less desirable. And when something is less desirable, that means that people are not going to spend the money because it's less desirable, right? So it's really, really unfortunate that these people that bought our house actually had to go this through, because I probably wouldn't have had a buyer, or they would have not purchased it knowing what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
So super unfortunate how this whole thing turned out. I've never seen the state do something that quickly, that fast, ever. And we just experienced it. And yeah, it's kind of...
I feel like we dodged a bullet, to be honest. If I'm being perfectly transparent with everybody. Yeah, I feel bad for the people that bought it, though. I really do. I hope that they love the remodel that we did, because it is a beautiful home.
It is.
And they're right near the ocean. How can you really complain when you live a 7-minute walk from the Central Coast Pacific Ocean? I mean, it's gorgeous here.
But you know, it's just different when you look at the scenarios and the possibilities of us moving. I feel like for us it was destiny to go to Las Vegas, because we were thinking about selling, because I feel like when something's high in price, and I don't think that I could have gotten more for it in the future, I don't think there was much appreciation left on it.
Nope.
Then I was like, you know, we gotta get out and we gotta sell. And we've met these amazing people over dinner, so it was like destiny that we just had to take.
It really felt like fate, and it was frictionless. The sale of our house was easy, and it just felt like the right thing to do at the time, and it turns out it was.
Yeah, and I'm just blessed that we had this opportunity to move to Las Vegas and meet more amazing people. And I feel like Santa Cruz is kind of small for you and I to be.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I kind of felt like a big fish in a little pond here.
And so we moved. We're now on a way bigger house. We have way different friends. We have way more room to grow. And for me, right now, it's overcast in the middle of basically summer. And in Las Vegas, it's blue skies. And if you know me, I love blue skies. That is, and the sunsets with the blue skies over Las Vegas is to die for. If you do like something like that, that is truly a place to see and experience. And yeah, that's how we dodged the bullet of losing $150,000. I will show you in another video how we actually remodeled it. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll try to answer all of them. And this was it for this video.